Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Ryu here. Hope everybody's having a really good day today. I'm doing okay. Not really much really going around here. Just starting to celebrate my birthday weekend. My birthday is actually not today. It's actually tomorrow on the 17th, which, as a lot of people know, is Father's Day. Which is kind of like the most. It's kind of like strange. Like, wait, Father's Day is now on 17th. I thought it was on the 21st. Because I know sometimes it changes. Sometimes Father's Day is on the 21st, and sometimes it's on the 17th. It's a weird holiday when that happens. But not only is it my birthday, and because it's Father's Day, also in my family, my father was actually born on the same day. So now we're celebrating three different holidays at the same time. So not only is it my birthday and my father's birthday, it's also Father's Day on the same day. So it's a very interesting experience all the time when my birthday comes rolling around. So I mean, if you want to, get up and go, hey, happy birthday, Ryu, you know, you know, please feel free to. If you don't want to, that's cool too. I mean, the one thing I have to say before is I don't really force people to do anything they don't really want to do. I'm not that kind of person for right now. I'm just start share a couple things for right now. Um, I did actually pick up. Since it was my birthday, I did actually get up and I did buy the most like expensive Steam game I have on my Steam wish list, which is Blue Reflection, which is like $60. The only thing I know about the game itself is it's a RPG game that's released by Gus, and that's the only thing I really know about it. I did actually play it a little while when I got back from the comedy club yesterday because my brother actually took me out to see Dave Attell live, which I have to say that was like extremely hilarious. That guy is woo boy that. I can't remember I can't remember exactly which the last person I saw at that comedy club because um just because that comedy club is like expensive. I mean, you're basically paying about $30 to $40, maybe even more, just to either get like a really good seat or to also get it costs. It costs like a really good, pretty penny. I mean, you're paying about 30, 40, $50 for like a really good seat at the comedy club. But at the same time, it was still like a really enjoyable experience. And I do thank my older brother for doing that for my birthday weekend. And then I know he said something about today I'm going back out with him again to go see Deadpool 2, and then I have no idea what else they have planned on my you know because they've been sitting here going like, yeah, today's your birthday weekend, you can do whatever you want to. And I'm kind of just like, well, and most time when you're somebody like me who doesn't really have any plans to do anything, a lot of times you're just like, well, I just want to just hang around the house and chill or something, not really go out because I'm not, I just don't really go out that much. I'm not a going out person. I mean, I don't mind going out. It's just the fact that not really all that used to going out sometimes. Sometimes I just keep to myself most of the time. But yeah, I'm gonna go see Deadpool, so I'm sure it's gonna be a interesting movie. If anybody has seen it, please don't spoil it for me. I'm sure that's gonna be a very interesting experience for right now. But yeah, I said, but yeah, but that's what's gonna be up. And then I know like tomorrow on Father's Day, slash my birthday slash my father's birthday. I know I'm going to my brother's place to help grill and just hang out with my family. That's probably what I'm gonna do tomorrow. And then when Monday gets here, it's back to the office again because and so now I switch to the next subject, which I want to talk about is my job. For right now, my job is going to end on June 29th when my job ends. So so far, the only thing I have to say about it is that if I didn't say it before, is the job itself has been like very, very enjoyable. Um, it's been like a very interesting experience. I could basically say for now that it has been extremely like a really enjoyable experience to work at. But there has been times where I've basically just shook my head at some of the decisions they made because I'm just like, well, with some of this stuff we could basically handle ourselves without having to go through a whole bunch of things. But like sometimes they'll get up and they'll tell you about, all you have to do is just restart the computer, and then you restart the computer, and then the same problem that they had is still there. So then you have to kind of troubleshoot it a little bit more and figure stuff out a little bit more in order to kind of like move forward. But like I said before, but other than that, it's been a very very enjoyable experience. So so the other thing about it was after that, there was an old job I worked at about 5-6 years ago where I had to I basically doing about the exact same role, but I had to walk around. I had to do like a lot of driving, and I had to do a lot of walking around downtown Raleigh in order to actually upgrade people's computers. So they called me back because they were like, yeah, with the last person they hired for the position, like he never reported in, he never did this, he never did that, and he never did all this stuff. And now what happened was the fact that at first they were kind of afraid to hire somebody else new because they were going to try to do this like in-house upgrade. Like if somebody like screws up a project, usually try to do it with the technicians in-house. They usually don't try to do it out-house. Or what they try to do is they try to hire mostly like another like company to come in and help them fix it or help them like get things finished, which costs the company themselves a lot of money. So since Windows 7 is going away in a couple more years, and now everything's being replaced with Windows 10 now. So they called me back. So he called me back one day. He was like, yeah, well, I need you to come back here. I got it, because you did such a great job for us during the Windows XP to Windows 7 refresh. Now we need you to come back to do the Windows 7 to Windows 10 refresh. And I was like, oh, really? I was like, oh, that's pretty awesome. That's cool. That's great. And so the only thing that's been bothering me about that here, because he called me up, and I could basically turn in his voice because he's like from up north, and people up north, for what I know, they swear a lot. But I'm just saying, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be say anything negative or anything. But he just gets up and goes, "Don't F up, don't F up, don't F up." So I'm just like, yay. So. Like, I haven't even started there day one, and now he said don't F up. So I'm just like, oh boy. So now I'm going to have to, once this job finishes, I'm going to have to get ready to start heading there and hopefully not F up. But who knows who knows what may or may not happen. It just depends on how they get me trained up again, since I haven't really actually done the stuff. I haven't really done. I haven't really worked for them, but like I said, if I worked for them for about 5-6 years or so. And the one thing about it is, if you ever done a PC refresh, because I said this many times back in the day, that the end result is always the same, but it's always the beginning factor which takes a little while. It's always the how did you do the upgrade? Do you run using a script? Do you basically pull a machine out the box? Pull a new machine out the box, just transfer everything over from old machine to new machine. Do you have to do you have to basically put in a CD and just run the files that way? Do you put in a USB stick and run the files that way? Do you actually have something on the network? You just basically just double click on this, and like I said, there's many different ways of how to do it. It's just once you get it started, then it's kind of just this like the end result's always the same. Just make sure everybody has their data, make sure they have their printers, make sure they have access to certain tools and software, make sure they're happy with the new machine, and make sure they can continue to move on with their life, and then that's it. So that's pretty much just how it is right now. But because I sat down here and I was like, okay, that's not right to tell me don't F up. That's like the best endorsement speech of all time. Like if somebody was a football player or something, be like, yeah, you're one of the greatest football players of all time. We want to hire you to do all this stuff. We want to bring you back into the team, but do this. All right, coach. Yeah, you saw what I could do and everything. This is awesome. Then all of a sudden, the coach gets up and goes, listen, don't F up. It's like, huh? Like I said, best encouragement speech ever right there. But so. Also about Windows 10, I also upgraded my computer to Windows 10 from Windows 7 myself. I actually went to Best Buy and picked up an upgrade key, and I have to say so far it's actually been a very enjoyable experience. Like I'm like my computer, it boots up a lot faster than it did before. A lot of my games now they run in window mode, which is totally fine Steam games wise, but I'm not going to complain about that too much because it's Windows 10. I'm not going to complain about Windows 10 just yet. The only thing about it was and I know a lot of people probably won't like this, is the fact that a lot of the videos and stuff, because I mean I'm used to doing this when I had to use when I used NVIDIA Shadowplay, which I know a lot of people don't like really using all that much. And if you never heard of it, Shadowplay is basically a free recording software you can use. I mean I think it works a lot better if you have NVIDIA. You basically it's basically like a full screen recording software. It actually works for me pretty well. I haven't actually tested it out because for right now I haven't had a full screen game to play whatsoever, since every game that I've had so far on my Windows 10 has only played in window mode, and I don't know if it full screens or not. I haven't tried that out yet or not. But so like a lot of the games that I have on me, I had to actually download a converter program to convert the videos from whatever they are when they record on Windows 10 to a format that can be read by Windows 10 into an AVI file, just so I could put them in to Windows Live Movie Maker, which that took me a while to get re-download again, because I like Windows Live Movie Maker, but Windows Live Movie Maker is not supported by Windows 10, so I had to find an alternative to get that thing to work again, just to edit videos into MP4, just so I could upload them on YouTube at 60 frames per second or whatever I put them on for right now. So yay, so much fun there. But like I said, all in all, it's been a enjoyable experience just for me, since like I said before, Windows 7's going away in a couple more years, and you're basically either going to have to upgrade to Windows 10 now, or you're basically just going to have to go, well, or you're basically going to, get attacked by security problems in the future. Just, you may get attacked, you may get hit with a virus or something like that in the future, since Windows and Microsoft, they're not going to support Windows 7 anymore. They're just basically going to say, get Windows 10 or you're screwed. But the last thing I will talk about is Animazement finally put the pre-registration for next year's 2019's convention on the online, and I went ahead and I paid for those, since the tickets were like $50 now. And I know for right now the tickets go up like really high. They go up to about like $65-$70 just to go to the convention next year. So I was like, let me go ahead and pick up my tickets for next year, so I can go ahead on and be ready to rock and roll for that. Cause like I said before, Animazement is the only time I can just shut my brain off. I can like relax. I'm not like panicking or stressed out about stuff. And then it's like the one time I can basically go, it's relaxing around here. And then it's like I leave the convention, I come home, and then it's about 2 days later, I'm just like, and like 2 days later, I'm basically like, oh my god, I'm panicking again. I know when I was at work, somebody actually got up and they told me, did I, what do I do to relax? I'm like, I have no idea what I do to relax sometimes. I know most of the time I play video games to relax, but, sometimes that's not the most effective tool known to mankind. It's like, yeah, you have fun, but yet at the same time, you're still stressed out about stuff. So it's like, what in the world? It's like, but yeah, like I said, all in all, I'm just gonna slowly now wait for 2019 to get here to see what happens at next year's convention, and then hopefully just see what happens at the convention, since this is the only convention I go to nowadays, since it's the only local one around here in my area, besides the Raleigh Super Convention. But I don't, for right now, I don't have the funds or the money to go to that thing whatsoever. I mean, if I did, I'd probably be like, oh hey, I'm gonna go hit this up and check this place out. But I only got enough money for one convention every single year, so I'm just like, hey, well, this is better than nothing, so I can't really moan and complain about this. Well, then, like I said, I've been rambling way too dang long now. So, like I said, I hope everybody's having a good day today. And if you want to, say happy birthday to me or something, that's cool. If you don't want to, that's cool too. But just thought I would just, share what's going on with me and everything. I'm just trying to, sit back and relax and just do a couple things before I have to head on out. If I get the chance to make a first play or just a video for Blue Reflection today before I head on out, I'll see what I can do about that. I make no promises because I know there's like a couple of people was like, hey, you know, you didn't do a first play yet. And I'm like, I didn't because I've been busy with stuff every time, but I will try to when I get the chance. Yeah, but it's all good and remind me about stuff. If I do get a chance to stream at night, I know I didn't because I went out yesterday, but if I do get the chance to stream, I'll see what I can do. But for right now, I'm also not gonna make any promises either because, like I said before, I don't know what time I'm gonna get back home today, and at the same time, it'd be nice to, you know, hang out with some people that I know and just have a few laughs there and just, you know, chill out for a bit. But like I said before, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, once again, just hope everybody's having a good day today, and I'll talk to you about later on then. This is Ryu here. Later.